Hi there. This is Ray Glasser speaking to you from Cleveland, Ohio on videotape. And this is the introductory show of the Cleveland Tech Report. My name is Ray Glasser. I'm a good friend of Kerry Decker, who is producing this Nightlife show here on your public access channel. Kerry asked me to do some short shows on his show regarding the technical aspect of the home videotape hobby. Now, I'm not a technician nor an engineer. I have no FCC license, but I have some knowledge of the machines themselves, the tapes, and a lot of knowledge about the collecting and trading aspects of the videotape hobby. First of all, to tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Ray Glasser. I live on the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm married and have 2 kids. I have 4 Betamax machines, a lot of tapes, and I work in a large delicatessen in Cleveland called Corky and Lenny's. For some of you that may get up to Cleveland once in a while, you might want to look me up. Anyway, Kerry and I met back in 1977 through this videotape hobby, and we are both quite heavily involved with it. So Kerry thought that I might be able to share some of my thoughts and opinions with you on this hobby, as well as help you out to any questions you may have about the hobby, or the machines, or the tapes themselves. I bought my first Betamax back in 1976, the old Sony SL7200, which was the old 1-hour original Betamax. Since then I've grown to now have 4 Betamax machines. These also include the SLO320, which is an industrial Betamax, a Zenith X1 X2 machine, the JR9000W, which is comparable to Sony's 8200. And my latest acquisition I just got this year in 1980 is the Japanese Betamax, the SLJ7, which is also a Beta 1 and Beta 2 machine. As far as how I got into the hobby, I began reading something called the Video Files newsletter, which is published right down there in Tallahassee, and I began to trade with people who advertised in the newsletter, and I found that this hobby is one where you can get involved as deeply as you want. From the neophyte who buys one machine, tapes a couple TV shows a month, then erases them, and that's it. Does no trading, collecting, or copying of his tapes or anything, to the true videophile who has 6 or 8 machines, has a couple different formats, is constantly trading with other people around the country, does a lot of copying of tapes, does a lot of buying of blank tapes, and just goes crazy with the hobby. I think I'm somewhere in between. This is a semi-full-time hobby with me. I enjoy watching TV shows that I don't get here in Cleveland. I enjoy watching movies that I cannot get here in Cleveland because I don't have cable TV. And I enjoy meeting people around the land who also have videotape machines like I do. I've learned one thing about trading with people, that this hobby stretches through all different types of people, in all different age groups, through all different professions. I've learned that many people in the media professions, TV, radio, the movie business, all seem to be very closely linked with videotape machines. And of course, many of them have access to shows that we average Americans just can't get. We don't have cable TV where I live here in Cleveland. We have only 5 regular TV channels, the 3 networks, 1 PBS station, and 1 independent station. Now, luckily, I know many people around the country who have things like Home Box Office, Showtime, Wometco Home Theater in New York, On TV, the Z Channel, Select TV, and other cable systems. So by trading tapes with these people, I can get uncut first-run movies, and they can get some goodies from my own collection, which now spans over 440 tapes. Anyway, throughout this series of shows, I'll be bringing you things like how to make the perfect edit on a Betamax cassette, how to pull apart a Betamax cassette. I'm going to give you a short sample tape on my SLJ7, show you what the machine looks like, the different functions it does, some of the special effects it does, and things like that. I'd like to bring you one show on the history of the Betamax, showing you the different styles and models of machines, what each one of them can do, and how they all differ. And I think the home videotape hobby itself is something that we're just starting to see emerge now. It's just gotten off the ground floor in the last 4 or 5 years. You've undoubtedly seen many ads in the papers and TV and radio for video stores popping up all around the country. The sales of pre-recorded tapes have tripled over the last couple of months. And of course, things like the DiscoVision, the video disc player, you'll see start to really pop up in 1981 as RCA and JVC and many other companies introduced their line of video disc machines. You may also be aware of the up-and-coming Earth satellite station receiving dish, where you can receive programming right off the satellites up there in the sky. And the price right now is, I think, out of the reach of most of us. But it's coming down, and who knows, within 10 years, you might have a 4 or 5 foot dish out in your front lawn, and you can pick up 150 different channels right off the satellite. This is also something that's up and coming, and we'll see and hear a lot more of in the coming years. Anyway, Kerry just wanted me to do a short tape to kind of introduce you to myself, where I stand with the hobby, what my involvement is with it, and I'd like to hear some feedback from some of you out there. You might want to give me some ideas on the shows that I can bring you and that Kerry can bring you. If you have any questions you might want to titillate our interest, be sure to write me or Kerry in care of Kerry's post office box number in care of this cable station. And I like to do one show a month maybe where we just kind of sit down and answer your letters. My own personal tastes are mainly centered around science fiction movies and old TV shows. I'm also a TV trivia nut. I have many reference works. I have a couple friends that collect nothing but old TV shows. And if you like to get into old TV trivia or maybe see some of the old shows, maybe we can help you out in that line too. It's funny, by the way, Kerry and I met on videotape, and it looked like this.
Hey there, Ray. How you doing? You're sitting here at your TV set watching me. Yeah, I can see you. Hi there, Ray. I'm Kerry Decker, and I'm here taping to you in glorious black and white from Orlando, Florida. And this is actually take 2. I'll tell you about my mighty blunder, which I made in just a few minutes. But right now, it's about 1:45 in the morning, and it's October 19th, 1977. And I wanted to send this tape along to you, and I had to think of a way that would be a little bit different.
Well, it was different. And that's how Kerry and I met almost just about 3 years ago. And that led to a trading relationship where Kerry and I traded tapes back and forth, as we've done with many other people across the nation. And finally, last year in 1979, Kerry and I finally met in person. And I've met many video files in person across the country, and it's a lot of fun. Because behind every videotapist, there's also a person. And as I said earlier, these people span all walks of life and all age groups and all vocations. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up for now. It's about 5:08 in the morning, and these are my normal hours. I'm a night person. And of course, I believe the station will be showing these tapes throughout different hours of the day. So it'll hit different viewing audiences. I do have one other friend in town, by the way. His name is Gary Herman, and he'll be here with me from time to time. He's also a videophile like I am, and like Kerry is. And Gary is also an Elvis fanatic. So he may be bringing you some Elvis shows once in a while. Anyway, this is kind of just a short introductory tape to say hello. Here I am. I hope Kerry likes this little production. I hope that you also like it too. The home videotape hobby is one that's growing by leaps and bounds now, and I think it'll touch a lot of us in the near future. So from time to time you'll be seeing my smiling face here on tape with my little short productions and bits of information and trivia on the videotape hobby, the tapes themselves, the machines, collecting and trading, copying tapes, and things like this. Once again, if any of you have any ideas of specific shows you'd like to see on this show, please feel free by all means to get in touch with either Kerry or myself through Kerry's P.O. Box number here from this cable station. And we'll get back to you, and we'll try and do some things that will be interesting and informative for you. Once again, this is Ray Glasser signing off from Cleveland, Ohio, saying, hope to see you soon. Bye-bye for now.